Well, welcome to the show, Talkin Truckin with Deaton and Doty. I'm Russ Deaton, and my partner in crime, eating clams.
Doty with a
over there on the
mouthful of
beach.
clams. Yep, sorry. Don't mean to eat in the microphone.
So,
Unexpected.
yeah. And also, this is a trucking office. This is our operations office. So everybody's mic'd up, our dispatchers and our operations team. So you see Joel on the screen there. He's obviously either booking a load or talking to his girlfriend, one or the other. Couple things that we're going to talk about, rates, you know, where we run our trucks, kind of what we do. And we're just going to keep it real with you. If you got any questions, we're going to put out a number you can call. We can take a call and we can talk about what you want to talk about. So with that said, Zach, our producer, are you on here, Zach?
I am here.
All right. And operations manager and broadcasting extraordinaire, Ian Dunlap. How are you here, Ian?
Good afternoon.
Joel, are you with us? And that's Joel there. He must be booking
He's
a
on
load.
that's got to be Selby.
It is Selby. So, Mike, I wanted to bring something up, and we were all talking about it here in the office. And if everybody doesn't know by Mike's background, he works remotely. He's a dispatcher in our office, also used to drive for us, but he's in sunny Florida. So, and he's sitting right there on the beach. Mike, we're going to have a fishing contest. We thought of this yesterday on the show. So here's what we're going to do. And it's up in the air on how we're going to judge this, but people can send us their fishing pictures. Like you sent me the other day with that big snook. Is that what it's called? A shook or
Snook, yeah.
snook that you caught. So you guys can put that snook. Oh, I got the picture. I'll have to give it to you, but we're going to have now until the last day of summer. Whoever wants to send in a fishing video, they can send in the video, and we're going to judge it two ways. So we're going to have a scoring system. Obviously, we're gonna figure out the judges together. We're not really sure. We were thinking everybody in the office can vote on the pictures, but then Mike's gonna win because he's always gonna vote for himself, and he's gonna always send in pictures.
I'll vote for everybody but myself. How about that?
Okay, maybe we can have someone fill in.
I'll see you in a little bit, Robert.
On Mike's.
All
Welcome,
right. Yeah.
Joel. Welcome to the show.
Okay. See you in a few. All right. Bye.
Hey, thanks for joining us, Joel. We're broadcasting our first show.
And now you can hear us.
Now you can hear us. Thanks for joining us, Joel. We're broadcasting
You're
our
welcome.
first show live.
Only 19th time he's called today.
Anyway, back to the fishing contest. So anybody can send in a picture when you go fishing. And we're going to vote two ways on a scoring system, 1 through 10, on the picture quality. It doesn't have to be the biggest fish, the nicest fish, but it could be the scenery or the way where you're at, and so on. And that's a 1 through 10 vote. And then the other for each picture is the size of the fish, obviously, which is very important. So that's going to be a 1 through 10 scale. And whoever wins, and you can send it in multiple pictures throughout the year. Whoever's picture wins, we're going to get a $150 gift card. Where do you think, Mike? Gander Mountain, Dick's Sporting Goods? What do you think?
Yeah, well, I guess if it's not a truck driver, it might be something. I was thinking if it's a truck driver that's sending them in, but
yeah,
like a Rainey's Chrome or something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We got Ray joining us, and he just jumped back out of his truck because he's at a delivery. So
he was muted. And
Bass Pro Shops or an outdoor store would be good.
Okay. Hey, Joel.
I like my chances. My Ohio catfish against this Florida club.
All right, let's do it. Let's see it. But yeah, anybody, our producer Zach will we'll put up the information how you can send in the pictures, and
they're gonna let us this year.
That's how we're gonna kick off the show with a contest for a $150 gift card for the best fishing pictures. Ends the last day of summer. Mike, let's talk about where you've been sending your trucks this week.
My guys, let me see here. I got Robbie, came from Oklahoma to Florida. And then I got him out of Florida going to Illinois.
What kind of money
One
did
of
you
our
get
custom
Oklahoma to
loads.
Florida?
I think I got him 3,600.
How far down did you send him?
Orlando. I try not to go any further south than Orlando.
Okay.
I actually never have been further south than Orlando in a truck, but
And Robbie's in a dry van, so
Cute.
yeah, he's in a dry van. So yeah, he delivered today, and he's going to pick up one of our customer loads, and paid a little over $2 a mile out, going to a good area. He'll be in Illinois Monday, so he'll be in a good freight area. Good freight area for Monday.
So here's a little comparison coming. It's not exactly the same, but reefer coming into Florida. Tom and I booked Jesse, one of our company drivers, McDonough, Georgia, 2-stopper. No, I'm sorry. It was a 3-stopper, Wednesday to Friday. He's at his last stop now, but we got 3,400 on like 500 miles.
I saw that load come through. Yeah. I saw that load
so that
come
was
through.
And it's good because Florida's good coming out with a reefer right now. I'm probably going to take one of Derb's loads that we got last week for Jesse. The flour loads pays $6,000 going up to the Midwest. So usually around 1,000 or 1,200 miles for $6,000. So that's the plan with Jesse this week. We had 10.5 on Jesse's truck last week doing this, just sending him north and south. So
from into Florida.
Yeah, we came back down from we took a load from Molders down to let's see, we sent him to Erie, PA, and we got so much going up on the load for that I booked when we were at the summit. I booked that load going up. I got $6,000 for 11 going to Erie, and then
out of Florida, right? That was
out of Florida. He was
yeah.
Jacksonville area, and then he was it was 100 miles south of Jacksonville actually, and then Tom got him. Well, Tom asked me, do you want to try and get him a short load from Erie over to Grand Rapids to pick up for over the weekend? And I was like, well, we were worried about him making the pickup and then getting stuck at not having that weekend load that's going to pay well. So Tom got him 45 on 1,000 going back down to Georgia, or 900 or whatever it was, back down to Georgia. And then we sent him, that was Monday. No, I'm sorry. We got 40. I can't remember. We got 45 or 48, and it went down to Winter Haven, Florida. And then we ran in Winter Haven for 16 back up to Atlanta area. And then we got the 34 from McDonough to Port Orange on like 500 miles or so. So it's a huge week for that truck. Huge week. Reefer's really doing well in and out of Florida. Sometimes better out right now.
Yeah. No, van's not too bad right now, I guess, coming out of Florida. We got that customer load. Normally I would like to see a little bit more money than I got coming into Florida, because I think it was about 1,100 miles, 3,500 or so, because coming out of Florida just is
I'm really curious,
terrible.
Mike. I'm really curious, not to interrupt you, and talking about rates, but how many times is Ray going to get in and out of the truck?
I think he's at the shipper or receiver.
I know. Is he trying to back up and he has to get out and look that much, or what?
Yeah, get goal, right? And that, he's an owner op, but he still put goal on his mirror right there.
Get out and look. Anyway, Joel.
Yeah.
Where are we at on naming wrestlers?
Naming wrestlers.
Yeah.
We got Kurt Angle. We got
perfect segue, right? Freight of wrestlers.
Mr. Kennedy, New Jack, Samoa Joe, Chris Jericho, Brock Lesnar, Hulk Hogan, Sandman, Roddy Piper.
We got Joel on a mission to name as many wrestlers as he can every show.
Snake. Got him.
And I don't know any wrestlers.
On the job training, apparently.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh, what about the one that
Hulk
Hogan?
The Rock.
I named him.
There you go. Now,
just incredible. Chris
Benoit.
Speaking of Benoit, he's doing really well. Shout out to Benoit. He's driver on our fleet, doing a great job every week when we go over payroll and the way he's running. He's doing a great job.
Yeah, I was going to say the wrestler Benoit is not doing too well.
Yeah, I don't know him. I've never watched wrestling.
You should just Google him.
Oh, Ray's back.
We'll leave that alone.
One more time, Ray. Get out and look. Oh, he's backing up.
Oh, he is.
We'll leave him alone. He can't hear us anyway. He's working.
Look at that. See, guys, the veterans even still get out and look. So don't be too proud to get out and look.
So anyway, let's talk about California outbound, Mike, for a van. We were talking about that earlier, and man, those are some good rates.
Yeah, here, I'll bring it up. Give me 1 second. Let's see if I can share my screen
So
again.
Mike's going to bring up
We're
DAT.
learning
We're just
this.
going to take a peek at what they're posting, the posted rates. And you know, there's a little wiggle room there. Unless Joel's calling them. Joel will tell him, are you sure you want to pay that much?
Yeah, so this is from Friday to
Make a good
Monday.
car salesman.
This is from today to Monday.
Okay.
And
So picking up today out of where?
within 150 miles of
150
Ontario,
miles.
Southern
Ontario.
California. Southern
And-
California.
And let's kick out those brokers that like we know aren't good or don't have good credit or double broker. Let's not even talk about their stuff that's posted.
Yeah, people know who they are. If they are, we won't bash them on
We're
here,
not gonna
but
bash them. We're just not going to talk about what their stuff is.
yeah, we don't book loads with them. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty, like, New York City, and I wouldn't go up there. I'd negotiate a lot more for that. But, still, this is the
9
Northeast. But yeah, you can negotiate on all these. But
High 8s to 9 grand to Northeast, and that's a posted rate.
well, I read that article not, what was it, a week back when I said something about the port just backed up and ships sitting out there waiting
Yeah.
to be unloaded. I haven't checked up on that much because I don't have any guys in Southern California, but I'm just waiting for a good rate going in. Finding that's kind of hard with these rates coming out. So,
Zach,
like
Zach, what have you had any of your guys in SoCal lately?
No, I haven't actually.
Okay. I thought, Greg, you sent Greg out west, but that
Greg got stuck in a snowstorm.
and he was going to Reno, right?
Yeah.
So did he get unstuck?
I think he did. And he's got a pre-plan.
Okay. Greg coming out of Reno. So how's what are we looking at the Midwest drive-in, Mike? Ohio,
Midwest, let's say, what is it? Indianapolis, maybe?
Yeah, anything, Midwest.
Let's go 150 to anywhere, same thing.
So sorry to cut you off. Greg got $4 grand to Arizona from Michigan.
That was okay. Arizona to Michigan.
The other way around. Michigan to Arizona.
So again, this is Friday. What was that? $4 grand from Arizona to Michigan?
$4 grand from Michigan going into Arizona.
That sounds
okay.
That sounds a little cheap, Zach.
I don't know how many miles. That might not be cheap because of the
300 miles.
Southern California thing.
It's 19.5 on the
So
mile.
that's $2 a mile. That's a little cheap,
Yeah.
especially coming out of Michigan.
Well, here's the thing, though. Yeah, but you look.
But Arizona is hot too, so
Right.
That's
And
why.
you can go over to Southern California. Like, here, let me pull this up. Let's do the Midwest to Ontario because I just had Ontario coming out. Let's do the Midwest to Ontario and see what's what. So, yeah, see, going into California is where you gotta negotiate better or find something
Cheaper there, but
decent. But if it's out there, if you come across a decent load to California, I think it's definitely worth it to take.
That's why the $2 a mile, the $4 grand on 19 going to Arizona that you booked, Zach. You're getting close enough. Is that Phoenix?
Casa Grande.
Yeah, that's Phoenix area.
Right.
So you're 300 miles from SoCal. That's
Right.
It's better to send them there, in my opinion, for at least $2 a mile or whatever the most you can get. But and then try and get something short to cover the fuel to get over to SoCal to grab one of those big $7,000 to $9,000 loads, maybe even better.
Right.
Yeah. Because that is. Let me see.
So Doty's got
These are
California.
That's back in California. So yeah, if you can if you find that decent rate going in, and I when I book my guys, I always check wherever they're at, check going into California if I can get them a decent rate.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing: if you take a cheap rate going in and get this coming out, you're gonna over the 2 weeks you're gonna average out, to what you could do just staying around the Midwest or Midwest to South or it'll average out. But if you get a good rate going in, then that's where you can clean up.
It's actually pretty cool to watch Ray. He doesn't know we're talking about him. He's just got his video camera on while he's parked and he's checking in and all that. but it's pretty cool to watch our 2018 driver of the year nationally for Meadowlark
Ray
doing his
Nieto.
job. It's pretty cool.
Is that how you pronounce it? Nieto?
No,
I always was like Nieto.
And
They
actually,
spelled it wrong one time.
yeah, so that was a funny
Nieto.
story, Mike. When at the Agent Summit in 2018, Ray and his wife were invited, and when they put his name on a plaque and a jacket, think that's what it was, and in the Meadowlark magazine, and so when I gave the information to Nikki, I spelled his name instead of, what is it, Ian? N-E-I? Yeah, it's N-E-I. And I spelled it N-I-E, and it was wrong. He didn't notice it till he was awarded the jacket at the summit. It was hilarious.
Oh, he told me about that.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't mad at me for it. I didn't mean it. It was an innocent mistake.
So wait, you spelt it I-E because is I-E down there?
How is it spelled, Zach?
It's right there on the thing. N-I-E-T-O.
Okay.
N-I-E-T-O, and I spelled it N-E-I-T-O. Nito. Yeah, Ray Nito.
Yeah.
So
I've been pronouncing it.
yeah. All right. So check it out. I wanted to go over a couple things. We are a fleet here in Ohio. Our terminal's in Ohio. We're a Meadowlark agent. We're really proud to be a partner with Meadowlark. So I want to talk a little bit about our fleet. And, on Thursdays, I go over payroll with Teresa. She's our payroll person out at the corporate office. And she was out yesterday. I got to do it with Ashley O'Hara. I appreciate her. We did a great job. But I just want to give other drivers out there that may be listening to our show an idea of, and I'm only going to go over a few, but some of the drivers on our fleet, what kind of money they're making. And obviously, I'm not going to tell you any names. I'm just going to tell you a kind of trailer and some paychecks that they made. So we are going to talk about, let me see here. Mike, we had, we had a step deck, 53 step deck. Looks like he was about 2,800 take home. Joel, one of your guys, really great job. He does a great job every week pulling a dry van, and he books himself. Joel works with him on booking him and helps him, but 4,100 take home dry van, and this guy pretty much hits 3,000 to 4,000 every week.
I'm working on a $200 detention right now.
Yeah, he's a great guy. A couple other guys, a flatbed, 53 flatbed, running in the Southeast in Texas. Took 2,600, and this is pretty much steady every week. He's in that 25 to 35 range, and gets home pretty good.
But for the take home though, for these guys to kind of understand, some of those guys are leasing a truck.
Yeah,
and they have lease payment.
Yeah, actually, so some of our guys some of them are in a
Some of
full
them own
service
a truck.
lease.
Yeah.
Full service walkaway lease. They're in new trucks. And that's
Stay on
Robert
State
Selby we
Street.
hear.
You'll see grocery store on their left.
Let's
You'll see
listen in.
Family Dollar. Just make a left into Family Dollar.
That's good directions, Joel.
State Street. Go right.
You got it.
Go straight on State Street. Yep. You'll go across the bridge. Yep. Through the intersection across the bridge. Look for a 619 right.
Uh-oh.
Robert's almost here with his 2020 W9.
Worcester Road and State Street.
All right. Go stay on State Street.
Okay.
Go over the bridge.
Okay.
I mean, you can't make this up. He's just got to give directions right now.
And then look for the two. Look for the.
Well, the office
619.
in Ohio is hard to find.
Yeah, it's a little tricky.
619.
But Robert's
619
been
sign.
here many times.
Yeah, it says 619 west to the left and 619
Okay.
east.
Plus the GPS will take you
Yeah,
literally.
go
to a
straight
front
and get on the
Yeah.
619. Go right. It's actually south. I don't. Yeah, southeast.
Okay,
So
that's
yeah,
great.
what we were
That's
talking
still
about
kinda
with
taking me on that
the
stupid
different
road.
trucks on our fleet. Some trucks are company drivers. Some trucks are full service lease trucks that we offer through Pack Lease, through Ryder. And those full service walkaway leases, they're brand new trucks and they're expensive, full warranty and all that. But the guy that I told you about that made 4,100 this week, he's in a full service lease truck, brand new truck. And he does it every week. That's Joel's guy. You know, he's always $3,000-4,000 take home. And let me see here. Some of our guys, so we own a bunch of trucks on our fleet, and we're, you know, guys are leasing them from us. They've got a monthly payment. It's quite a bit lower. So those guys, you know, are some of the guys that I mentioned too. Couple others, and I won't keep you long on this, but this is a reefer, was at 2560, and he runs in a real tight area, kind of down in the southeast. And we got one guy that's running in a dry van in a full service lease. Mike's his dispatcher, and he's running strictly drop and hook dedicated back and forth. Hey, Mike, how many miles do you think he's running back and forth a week? I think we lost Mike's audio.
Sorry, I was on mute. I did head him back to get these loads because it just made sense. But he does. I think I figured it out right at about 1,800 miles, maybe.
Yeah.
Right, 1,800 to 2,000. That's with all his. That's total miles with his deadhead loaded. He's half of that. But he does. So the way he runs, and we got lucky with this customer, but he can either do about 5,500 a week gross, and that is him being home Wednesday, leaving out Thursday, home Friday to Sunday afternoon. Or if I fill in that Wednesday to Thursday for him, he does about 6,500 to 6,800, and then he's home Friday to Sunday evening. So
he's getting some time off at home every week, some nice time running some metal arc drop and hook. It's pretty easy, man, when you're doing drop and hook. You know, you can drop and swap and roll. He isn't losing any time at shippers or receivers. And let me just tell you, his paychecks are always between 2,000 to 3,000 a week. This week, and one thing I didn't mention, so our guys have a choice. They can get paid weekly, or they can get paid on positive pay, which means that on positive pay, as long as you keep your truck in the positive, you're going to get a paycheck after every load. Usually it takes a day or two for each load to process. And this guy, when I went over payroll yesterday with Ashley, she said, and I don't have the note in front of me how much, but he got a paycheck Monday, he got a paycheck Tuesday, he got a paycheck Wednesday, and he got a paycheck Friday today.
Yeah.
And Fridays was like 2,100. So he probably made $3,500 with the other. It'll be smaller checks in the beginning of the week, because that's when your fixed costs are charged. But yeah, he's doing a great job, and I think he's loving it.
Yeah, he really likes it. You know, we got him on these, and you know, they got to be on time. He's always on time. He's on point. And yeah, like I said, he's about 5,500 gross if he's home almost 4 days a week, and 65 to 68 home, you know, from Friday to Sunday evening, Friday afternoon to Sunday evening. So yeah.
Couple others, and I want to keep it real with you. You know, we have some guys that you know, dry van made 1,600. I got this guy really kills it every week. It's like the lowest paycheck he's had in a year or two, but he made $1,200. I should go back to last week and tell you what he made. I think it was like 5,400. But I'm gonna keep it real and let you know these are our paychecks. We had one guy make after an advance about 1,000. Another flatbed, $2,012. Another 2,500 on a flatbed. Flatbed. This is Joel's driver. He works out west. Flatbed. Runs in the Pacific Northwest. It doesn't really run anywhere this way across the country to the eastern part of the United States. But
I got to take this call when my driver's calling me.
Yeah. So those are some paychecks from last week. Like I said, you know, we do weekly pay. If a guy wants to be on weekly pay, that's fine with us. We'll just pay every Thursday, cut it off on Tuesday, and pay it on Thursday. But if you want to be on positive pay and get paid after a day or so after every load, it's pretty cool. A lot of guys like it.
Thank you.
So Zach or
Ray's
back with
back in
us.
commission.
What's up, Ray?
Yeah, so I had to go drop a trailer. They wanted me. They gave me a name badge so I don't forget who I am.
Yeah.
It says Ray, but they spelled it Nieto this time.
Well, we appreciate you,
right.
Ray. We appreciate you keeping the camera on because we started filming our first show and we got to watch you get out and look about 18 times. And that's how the driver of the year does it. Goal, GOAL, get out and look.
Yeah. And when in doubt, get out.
Yeah, that's right. So we've already introduced you, Ray. We've talked a little bit about when I spelled your name wrong, when they made the driver of the year jacket and stuff for you. And I spelled your name backwards with the I and the E. So it was Ray Nito, not Ray Nieto.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's all good.
So
No
what's
hard
up, Ray? Where are you headed, man?
Well, right now, I'm at Food Line in Butner, North Carolina. I just got here, so they gave me a door. I dropped my trailer in the door, and now I'm in a bobtail place waiting for them to give me a phone call when it's ready. Go back and pick it up, and well, I got to pay the lumper too, so it's capstone here. So
okay,
yeah. So that's what I'm doing right now. I just barely got parked, and I'm just gonna wait. Now it's on their time now.
Ray, we got you pre-planned for the weekend, right?
I'm booked all the way to the 14th, and if anybody doesn't know how I do it, this is, I don't know if you can see this at all.
Yeah, a little closer. There you go.
Yeah, I write down every load.
Yeah.
Every single load. And
he learned that at Swift. That's how they do it.
Yeah. So if I need to reference anything, if I get a phone call while I'm driving, it's just as easy as picking this tablet up, and I know exactly where I am, where I'm going, what it pays, mileage, I know everything.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I try to get everybody else to do is be organized, have it right, because you're driving half the times and you don't want to be pulling over and killing time every time you want to know something.
Yeah. Ray, it was good to see you and your wife in Florida for the annual summit for Meadowlark. That was great. I'm glad second year in a row that we could well, I guess you're just like the green jackets in the Masters or the yellow ones in the Hall of Fame of football.
Looks awesome.
I guess you're going to be invited all the time. It's awesome.
That'd be nice. I mean, Florida's great. I mean, all I can say is now I got 2 blue jackets.
Oh yeah, Ray got a jacket from our insurance company for being safe, keeping his logs right, and just being a great example as a driver. That's cool, Ray.
Yeah, thank you very much. I mean, it was fun. Had so much fun. Looking forward to next year. See where we go.
So, did you hear about the fishing contest, Ray?
When I jumped in the truck, I heard y'all talking about something fishing, but I had to get the Bluetooth off because whenever you put on the mask, it yanks it off my ear. So
the reason I want to, and I'm not going to go over it I'm just going to tell you real quick, because I know you and your sister Vicky and her husband, they all like to fish. You and Irene like to fish. So we're going to have a fishing contest starting today until the end of summer. So the last day of summer. And you can, Zach will put up the information on our show at the end of our show, where you send your pictures of your fish, but we're going to judge it and score it, each picture. And you can send multiple pictures if throughout the year you catch other fish, one picture might be better, but they're going to judge it 1 through 10 based on just the picture, not necessarily the fish, but just the outdoors picture and holding up your fish. And then the other 1 through 10 will be on each picture will be the size and, the quality or whatever of the fish.
Yeah. So now that means you got to get me home more frequently to fish.
Oh no. Yeah. You're not allowed to be in the contest, Ray. No,
I'm going. I'll book my own freight.
That's cool. No, I want to make sure because I know you and Irene like to fish, and so does Vicky and her family. So that's Ray's sister.
Well, we got lucky the last time we went fishing. Actually, my wife Irene got lucky. She's the only one that caught a mangrove snapper. Everybody else caught trash fish. So she may win it this year. I mean, It was her first real good fish to actually catch, and we put it back.
Mike Candace, our COO out at Meadowlark, is a big fisherman, and he sent me a picture not that long ago. It might have been a few months back of him in the river and the streams of Yellowstone, I think. Beautiful picture of a nice brown trout. So I tried calling him today before the show, but he must be in meetings or something. I didn't get him, but I couldn't find the picture that he sent me. So I was going to ask him to send another one so we could enter him in the contest too. But we'll see. We'll see what he says next week.
Yeah.
Joel, you back? You got us, Joel? Can you hear us? Oh, he doesn't have earphones on. Duh, Russell.
I had him muted because he was on the phone.
Oh, he's on the phone.
I think he's up.
Yeah.
Not really
So
sure.
we got Robert Selby here. He's friends of Ray. He's friends of ours here at the Deaton fleet. Robert just got his third truck since being with us as a driver over the years. I think he had a Peterbilt. I don't remember which kind it was, but a newer one, 16 or something like that. The first one, 15 or 16, probably a 579. And then a few years back, I was buying a truck for one of our drivers, and Robert asked me where I was buying it. Do I got any connections? And so I sent him to Dallas, and we got a truck there from a dealership, and he had I think it was a 2017 T680. I think that's what he had. I think that was a mid-roof though. Nice truck. Well, Robert's been paying on that perfect, and he just traded it in last week. And we are happy to tell you, Robert got a 2020 W9 that he had to practice for hours trying to see over the hood because it's so long. Studio sleeper with the couch in it, the workstation, beautiful, beautiful blue truck. So we're going to get some video of it here. We're going to be able to, Zach, are you able to, we can get that on this show, can we?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Mike, have you seen the pictures of Robert's new truck?
Yeah, I have seen some. It
Isn't it
looks
nice.
Looks awesome. Yeah.
And just so you know, Mike and I, we've bought trucks for our drivers from Truckworx, Kenworth of Dothan, Alabama. There's 10 Truckworx dealerships all over Alabama. I think one in Mississippi. But Brian Ashmore is who we deal with. Patrick Thompson is who's taking care of all the financial ends of getting trucks and getting them financed. But we've got, between Mike and I, for our fleet, we've probably bought 20 trucks, 19 this year, I think is the number so far in the last year. And then Robert just got his, and he is just extremely happy with it. So thanks, Brian, for making Robert Selby really happy. And we're going to use this truck with some pictures to put in our magazine, and it's just really cool. And you'll see it on here shortly.
Yeah, thank you, Brian. But I'm not buying another truck till I get my Yeti.
And Ian's still waiting for his hoodie, his Truckworx.
I'm going to negotiate that in my next truck. I'll be calling you shortly.
All right. Well, with that, I want to say thank you for listening to our first show. Mike, is there anything you want to say?
No, I mean, yeah, thanks for listening. First one. So we'll see how it goes from here. I think it'll be good.
All right, Zach, you got anything? Producer?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
There you go.
And I got
Friday.
Go Browns, Go Indians, Go Cavaliers. Talking Truckin out. Mike Jones.